This is Fred Beck from Fred Beck Fighting. I'm joined by Mams Taylor in Dublin. It's your first time in Dublin? You've been before?
No, I've been before. I love Dublin. Really nice people, really cool vibe.
Big fighting fan base over here as well.
Yeah, the Fighting Irish Fredericks.
Certainly. That was a very entertaining press conference.
I think
the
so.
face-offs delivered even more, I'd say.
Yeah, HS was nuts.
Well, the security guards really had their work cut out for them today.
Yeah, some big boys, and Anthony Taylor and Gabe, definitely there's some real bad blood there, isn't it? You don't have to make anything up with that one. Anthony got pretty personal, Gabe got pretty personal. I think it's got makings of a really good fight, so I'm excited about that one.
I'm most excited about, obviously the main event is huge, but Tikkytokky is kind of showing the numbers he pulls this whole week. The question I asked KSI about who's the next PPV star, you've got Danny Aarons, and you've also got HS.
Yeah, listen, Danny Aarons is his engagement, his following, his fan base is undeniable, amazing. If he's able to back it up in the ring, I think that's going to be a massive, massive step for him forward and advancing into that role. HS, if HS can focus and actually really dedicate time to fighting and improving his skill level, he beats Jake Paul in a year.
Really?
Yeah.
HS Tikkytokky beats Jake Paul in a year if he stays disciplined, trains 5-6 times a week.
His natural ability to find your chin is like a shark on blood. It's mad. It's like you with those breadsticks with no eggs that you like. He's got the gift of the gab. He's very entertaining. But yeah, he's a headhunter, and if he, it's like a heat-seeking missile. But he needs to brush up his technique. He needs to make sure he's fight fit and everything. So I'd love to see him really dedicate time to this. I think his star is, has a lot of potential to shine massively.
Certainly, he's been putting some big numbers for his whole week and definitely going viral online a few times. Danny Simpson versus Danny Aarons. Danny Simpson, one of the nicest guys, and so is Danny Aarons.
Lovely guys.
It's one of these fights where you're like, if it was a draw, it wouldn't be the end of the world, just because how nice these two are.
They are very nice. I think it's going to be a banger. I've seen both of them. I've spoken to both coaches, both teams. It's the excitement from both of them to do this is there, but there's also a nervousness. How will that translate into the fight that night on fight night under the lights, Fredericks? That's the thing for both debutantes. You just never know how it's going to go. Danny Aarons has more experience. Danny Simpson has been a footballer at the highest level under the lights, under the pressure, where Danny Aarons hasn't. And he's got a little bit of a weight advantage as well coming in. How does this go? Does the extra few months that Danny Aarons has had, does that make up for it? Who has natural skill? Who has better work ethic? We'll find out on Saturday night, Fredericks.
It's a good point. Danny Simpson does have the advantage in terms of pressure and everyone watching him, having all the eyes on him from playing football over the years. Dean the Great returns to Misfits in a very exciting fight, fighting one of the Irish people. Conor McGregor could be coming down to support his cameraman as they take charge. Absolutely.
Dean the Great, always a fun watch. Never seen him in a non-entertaining fight. Very entertaining. Let's see how it goes. Is there going to be any ring rust? He's been off for a while. He seemed very confident. He seems very ready to get back in that ring. So I'd like to see how that goes.
And Conor McGregor showing up. Will McGregor show up? Do we know?
We'll find out. You never know with McGregor, do you?
Yeah. Never know. And then KSI performing. I believe it's 6 songs. He said.
Yeah, I believe so. So that's going to be a lot of fun. A couple of them are new songs, few new songs too.
And he's commentating as well. Are you going to be commentating with him?
I think so, for a couple of fights.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'll be fun.
So will there be 4 commentators at one time?
Oh, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he know how to commentate? Has he done it before?
I don't know, but he knows how to. He's just himself, and I think people like that, and he'll be great. I might sit in on a couple with him as well. But yeah, I think it'll be really fun and entertaining. And for me, I can't wait to... Obviously, KSI not fighting is disappointing to all of us, but it gives me a sense of relief to be able to just sit back and relax and enjoy the show.
It also adds something new in terms of having music. It seems like Misfits, when something bad happens, something happens new. Do you remember when KSI's Hernan got injured, we brought back in Pineda?
And one of them was... Yeah, I do remember. I do. Thank you.
We had the 2-in-1 night. Pineda comes in. or something goes wrong, you put a tag team in. When something bad misses happens, you add something else.
I think that's like life, though, honestly speaking. When one door closes, another window opens. But if you miss that window, if you're always negative and you don't look for something, if you're not open-minded to, and don't fall into the doom and gloom trap and mind state, then I think there's always when a door closes, a window opens. So for us, I've always been determined, JJ Keller, we've always been determined not to cancel any shows, no matter what happens. And I don't want to jinx that, but you know, it was close. But I'm really glad that we were able to put this together. The idea for the hybrid show to bring in the concert as well. I think it's going to be a fun night for sure. I really do. I'm really excited about it.
And then we've got the Newcastle show in 2 weeks away.
Can't wait, man.
That's a stacked card.
Yeah,
I'm really excited about that one.
So stacked. That's...
My favourite fight on that one is Lewis Bowden versus Stokey from Twitter.
Well, yeah, that's maybe you're not.
Oh, and Els won as well. Els won in their fight.
She was going to get mad at you. I think with that, you're going to see a little bit less of a skill level. But talk about really having the retro feel of YouTube boxing. It does. That's a fight that brings that in. Two guys, online presence, go back and forth. They're fun. They're in it. They're doing this for fun. And at the end of the day, it's very new to them, and they're both debutantes, but they don't have a clue how to fight in a boxing ring. Mm-hmm. So it is kind of reminiscent of old school YouTube boxing.
And then I thought we have to touch on this though. One last thing is the pro tournament. It's going to be all the fights in one night.
The Stake Pro Tournament, Fredericks. Yes, it's going to be absolute insanity. Honestly, Chris Avia and Idris and Benson Henderson, really good lineup.
Benson Henderson's the one everyone should be talking about. Former UFC champ.
Former UFC world champion. I mean, that guy is, he's definitely proven that he belongs in combat sports. He's done a lot for the sport. He was in some massive fights with Anthony Pettis early on as well. I don't know if you remember that, maybe before your time. Chris Avia, Idris, they've had a rivalry. They've talked a bunch of shit to each other. They've wanted to fight each other for a long time. Let's see how it ends up, but it's going to be a great night. Stake Pro Tournament, Fredericks.
The Stake Pro Tournament indeed. Well, Mams, as always, best of luck for Saturday night. I'm sure it's going to be a blast, and yeah, thank you very much.
Who are you sponsored by?
We don't have a sponsor.
Let's give you a sponsorship for this video.
Who? Prime.
Proper Loud.
Proper Loud. Right.
This is
Fred Beck from Red Exciting, proudly sponsored by Proper Loud. It's got a nice ring to it.
It does, doesn't it?
It'll put Proper Loud on the map as well.
It will. Might put us on the map, get a few people to get to know us. Thank you as always.
Awesome.
All right, have fun.